Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Thanks for clicking and always for finding time to come and watch my videos. I actually don't take that for granted and I really appreciate. For the new subscribers, feel most welcome. This is the place to be. As in, just join this squad and you'll never regret. So today we are going to cook chapati and for me, I prefer cooking chapati with jiko la makaa. So this is how I light my jiko. Have just collected some pieces of firewood and put a gazette or newspaper down there. Then I washed the motor. So next I'll put the makaa on top of the kamoto so that they can work. And let me know in the comments section, how do you light your jiko? Some people prefer using plastic bags, which I don't know how to use them. Because, of course, when you've grown up in the village, you prefer doing things the natural way and the easiest way possible. So guys, remember we are preparing soft and layered chapatis, not just the chapatis, but soft and layers. So the secret to that type of chapati or that kind of chapati, you must first consider the wheat flour that you're using. For me, I use eggs for chapatis, not the all-purpose. I mean eggs chapati. Exactly, this the one that I am talking about, and have been using it for the longest time, and it has never disappointed me. Leave a comment down below and let me know which wheat flour you use, because for me, I've been using eggs and I don't know how about the rest, but most of the people who complain about their chapatis turning out to be crunchy, it's because they use poor quality of wheat flour. So this is the eggs I'm talking about. And next we are going to use warm cooking oil. I've actually heated it. Of course, we need some warm water and a spoon. Inside this carton, I have my sugar. This is not Milo, that's sugar. Then we have salt. This is my roller. And of course, we need a basin where we will mix our dough so that at least we can have spacious place to work with. So let's get started. Actually, let's start the actual mixing of our ingredients. So for a start, we are going to start by mixing our water. We want to ensure that we prepare a concoction. That is a mixture of sugar and salt. So I don't think there are actual measurements for this. That's my sugar. Then next I'm going to add the salt and stir them so that at least I can get a nice mixture. Then another thing, the taste of your concoction is directly the taste of your chapati. So the taste of the way your concoction is tasting, if it's too salty, your chapatis will end up being salty. If it's well mixed, of course you mix to your desired taste. If you love sugar more than salt, it's up to you. For me, I think I love to add some more salt because the sugar tastes more prominent than the salt. Good. The taste is so nice. So let's put our wheat flour in our basin. Remember, when it comes to the wheat flour, it depends on the number of chapatis you are preparing or the number of people you are preparing your meal for. For me, I'm cooking for 3 people. So next we are going to add our concoction, not the warm water we had originally. Remember, we've prepared some concoction. That's what we are going to add to our wheat flour. Use your hands to knead it, and you're going to knead it until the dough is no longer sticking to your hands, neither to your basin. And by the way, if you are there machines that are used for kneading wheat flour? If you know, let me know on the comment section, because I believe technology has really moved ahead, and there might be machines that are used to prepare with this dough. For me, I'm comfortable with using hands because that's what I'm used to doing. So as you can see, my dough is smooth. So also the texture of your dough reflects the texture of your chapatis. If your dough is rough, your chapatis are going to be crunchy. Remember, we are not preparing crepes, we are cooking chapatis. So ensure that your dough is soft so that your chapatis are soft at the end. Next, we are going to cut our dough into small pieces. I've actually left it for around 5 minutes. Once you're through with kneading, cover it for around 5 minutes so that at least you can start this process of doing what you can see I'm doing. But then if you know what I'm doing, I know how to say it in my mother tongue. I don't know it in Kiswahili, neither do I know it in English. So if you know what I'm doing, leave a comment down below. I think I'm rolling, I don't know. Just do what you can see I'm doing. Remember, here at this stage, the shape doesn't matter. Here we are going to set our layers. Remember, we are preparing soft layered chapatis. Our dough was soft. So for the layers, we are going to use our warm cooking oil like this and spread it on our piece. Ensure that you spread it evenly to each and every corner. Then you cut it in that shape. I don't know, that's radius. I think that's radius. Then roll it using your hands, and that's the secret to layered chapatis. You are actually the one who is going to make the layers, and that's how you make the layers. So let's do the next one. I believe each and everyone has their own way of making layers. If you have a different way, you can share with us. Remember, here we learn from each other. So feel free, share with us how you do it. If you have a YouTube channel, you can share with us. We can also support you. So spread the next one. Remember, we are not cutting the piece into halfway. See, I'm cutting from the center like that. Then roll round so that you can make your layers. We are going to continue the same process for the rest of our dough so that at least we can finish up with the stage of layering. Take your time, and when you're cutting your pieces, ensure that you use the same size of your dough so that your chapatis end up being on the same size. I don't see the sense when one chapati is bigger than the other. Of course, if there is a difference, it should be a very small difference, but not a big chapati and inside a small one. So ensure that for me, I don't measure with anything. I think I'm used to doing it. So by the use of my hands and my eyes, I know how to measure it. So if you don't know, you can first decide to cut the pieces so that you can fix them into same shape. That stage is over. So next we are going to put our pan on the fire, our jiko that is, so that it can start getting warm. So for our dough, our rolls that we've made, remember we made layers, so they are the ones we are going to take and spread the way I'm doing. If you realize that your dough is squeezing inside, or rather as you spread it, it's coming back, add some wheat flour down and on top so that it can be intact. Here is where the shape is required, so you should be careful and ensure that you make circular mishemshos. By the way, when I was young, we used to call chapatis mishemsho. What is that name you gave to chapatis, especially when you were young? Always kids have this tendency of baptizing things. So we baptized chapatis mishemsho. Leave a comment in the comment box and let me know. So we are going to place that piece on the pan just to heat it on both sides as I'm doing. And this is how my chapatis are. Remember, this is not the final stage. We were heating them because remember we spread some cooking oil. So by heating them, you ensure that the heat penetrates inside your chapati, so that when you take it back to the pan and add some cooking oil, your chapati will end up being cooked both outside and inside. Have you ever tasted a chapati that looks nice outside but inside it's a mess? So this is how you do it to avoid that. So next we are going to take our chapatis back to the pan, and this time we are taking 2 of them. Then put some cooking oil. The reason is why we are using 2 is to use the upper one as in we are going to hold on the upper one when we are spinning. So let's add some cooking oil on this other side. And here it doesn't take long. Remember, you've already heated your chapatis. So it takes, depending on the heat, it takes like 2 minutes, I think. 1 minute, 2 minutes. If you're using firewood and you realize that the fire is too much, you just reduce the firewood. If it's a jiko, you close the kado. That is the mlango, and this is how you do it. Turn on the other side, use the other piece to spin, and this is how our chapatis are. Look at this. The layers, I don't need to tell you. Hope you can see them for yourselves. The chapatis are very soft. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a like. If you have a comment, I'll appreciate. Leave it on the comment box. Share the video, and I'll appreciate. Let's meet on my next video. Thanks so much. I love you all.